I'm gonna ask you, as soon as we start off, I'm gonna ask you the same question I just asked you. You better start thinking. Flip in. You know the fucking vibes. Welcome back. Kicking with Kelo Q.
Yes, sir.
You know what it is. It was off last week, but we back this week, you know.
Back again.
Like you said, we ain't gonna leave you without a dope pod. You know the vibes. So right before we get in and everything, like I said, we were just talking about something just a second ago, and I'm just gonna shoot that question out to you real quick. You two, what's the best black sitcom of all time?
A Different World. A Different World.
Different world, eh?
Got it back there, eh?
Different world.
Okay, I have one question before I answer. When we say black sitcom, right? You just mean that the majority of the cast is black? Is produced by like black people? What do you mean by that?
Yeah, majority of the cast is black.
So then, honestly, truly, I think it's not fair to say, but Fresh Prince.
That is.
Oh, okay.
That's the best one. But I think it's not even fair. Like, it's in its own league, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, it's not in its own league.
It's in its own league. Fresh Prince is its own league, bro. You can't name one black sitcom that's even close to that.
What do you mean? That wasn't bigger, or that other people would say?
Because of that magnitude
A lot of
that it
people
has
say
from
Martin.
it's
I
been
feel like
dropped to
Martin's
now.
a little bit overrated, but a lot of people would say Martin.
Martin
can't
too,
talk.
no, that's not overrated because he formulated a lot of what we say today.
No, I know Martin's ill, but I'm just saying, like, to me, it's just, I don't know what it is with Martin. It's like, there's certain, the characters, some of the characters, like the character he has with the snotty nose, the little kid, snotty nose kid, that shit annoys me, dog. Like, I don't like that shit. I ain't even like Shanae.
No, but
I know, but at the time it was innovative. That's why it was so popular. Because man was like, yo, this guy's actually running his own show.
Yeah.
Playing these much characters that are actually entertaining to watch.
But you just said it's not on Fresh Prince's level, so.
It's not though.
numbers wise,
I
Fresh Prince did the most
I
numbers.
agree.
Fresh Prince is the most numbers, and like,
I know,
Fresh
but it
Prince
didn't do the
still
most
runs
numbers, though.
today. Fresh Prince.
It didn't do the most numbers of any black sitcom ever, though.
What did?
That was Cosby
What
Show.
Cosby
And then
Show?
A Different World did more numbers than Fresh Prince as well.
A Different World
The
did.
first couple, because it came on right after Cosby Show, the first 3 seasons.
I'm not saying no. I'm saying longevity of the show, like from when it dropped to today.
You mean impact of whatever?
The
No,
impact
but just spins, like-
spins. Who has the
I'll
most
still say
spins from
Cosby.
when it dropped to today?
Cosby Show.
I think Fresh Prince will surpass it.
No, I think because of the different streams and platforms, I think
Fresh
maybe
Prince surpassed it.
Hold on, if you count that in now because you can't put Cosby Show on, I guess. But you're forgetting how, you remember back in the day, just like 5 years ago when it was cable and shit. Cosby Show was on like 6, 7 different channels. Like, come on,
No,
you know
it
what I'm
was
saying?
syndication.
It was on big channels. You know
I
what
can
I'm
say,
saying?
but I say the same thing about when I grew up and see Fresh Prince on 4 different channels at different times throughout the day.
Nah, nigga, we seen it on
I can
TBS
catch it on channel
and we seen it on
47.
Fox.
I can catch it on channel
TBS and Fox.
Yeah, and you also can catch it on channel fucking
Maybe Comedy Network 44. Maybe. I'm not even
yeah,
sure.
and then after that it came on Much. It was on Much.
Yeah, that was later.
It was on YTV, bro.
Yeah, but these happened later in time.
But
Not at once.
it's still a spins that they had over their whole longevity. That's what I'm
Cosby Show was
saying.
doing like 20 million people a fucking week.
We just need to we
That would be
yo,
a good Google question.
that's what I'm saying. We'll figure that out. We'll put that in there.
I ain't
We'll
Googling
put
that
that
shit.
right here, and we'll figure out who's the winner.
But that's what I was gonna say. Really, I would say probably Cosby Show, but because you know the whatever never happened,
Cosby?
I feel you with with A Different World, because A Different World was like Cosby Show, but a little better. It wasn't funnier than Cosby Show, but it touched on topics that Cosby Show wasn't really fucking with. You know what I'm saying? And just the vibe, the black
you know-
college and stuff like that.
You
They
know
had
what
Tupac.
you know what one was for me? No word of a lie. Yo, Family Matters.
No,
Dog.
just in my head. I was
Family
just
Matters,
saying
dog.
Family
'Cause I don't care
Matters.
who you are. You're like everybody fucked with Urkel.
Yeah, 100%.
Did I do that? Yo, dog. Everybody knew that
Everybody
shit.
fuck with Steve Urkel
You know what I'm
stuff.
saying?
You
The
know
funny
what?
thing that guy said, yo, remember he used to do that thing with like on cover, be like, Steve, go home. He'd be like, I don't have to take this. I'm going home. Yo, dog, I used to kill that for years of my life, bro. Like,
You know what else is up
Yo.
there still? Kind of slept on. People forget about it. My Wife and Kids. Oh, I mean, that show was
Whoa,
insane.
My Wife, you know what it
That
was
shit
though?
came on,
My
that
Wife
shit
and
was
Kids
sick.
is a sleeper show.
Sleeper.
Cause you might not know about it if you don't really take it in, but as soon as you take it in, you're hooked.
It's like, you know what it's like?
It's too funny, man.
It's like the Steve Harvey show. It's like... it's
Bernie
like
Mac
guys.
show,
I was going to say
bro.
Bernie Mac show.
How we not
see
seen the Jamie Foxx show?
Jamie Foxx is a classic. No, but he said all time.
Oh,
I hear you.
Like, Jamie Foxx not better than that, but Bernie Mac show I'll put up there as like a top
Oh,
five.
what would you say the Wayne's Bros?
Yeah, but that's
Living
more towards the
Single.
bottom for me. It was there because Pops.
What about Living Single with
Living Single? Oh,
Living
yeah.
Single.
Living Single is the reason why Friends came out?
Queen
You know, they
Latifah
stole
and all
that.
them? Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, the
crazy.
producer
The
guy
white people were
even
like, yo, we need some too.
The producer guy even said that he was inspired off of Living Single. But yeah, well, no, I'm saying that was just a... Let's hear what you guys had to say about that, you know what I'm saying? Just tell us what sitcoms you think was the dopest one. If you know, obviously, like we said, there's slept on ones like Smart Guy and My Wife and Kids and Everybody Hates Chris. And
Oh, everybody hates Chris.
One-on-one.
One-on-one, yup.
Girlfriends. Like, there's bigger ones. You know
Hanging
what
with
I'm
Mr.
saying?
Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Foo, the Parkers. Mr. Cooper.
Moesha.
You know what I'm saying?
there's
So there's
one,
beer
so-
ones, but you know, just tell us what you guys think. You know what I'm saying? I'm even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was lit. So flip it on. But let's get to the fucking shit. Let's get into the show. You know what I'm saying?
man.
Let's start off.
Which one to start with today, cuz?
You know what we gotta start off with? I mean, it's boring and it's about to be done soon. I bet you by the time we put it out, the broom was already out, and LeBron celebrated.
No, yeah.
The finals. Oh my gosh, this is the worst NBA finals ever.
Bro, this is the first time I ever, like, didn't really care to watch NBA finals at all.
Fam, I'm telling you.
Like, I didn't care to watch.
Like, yo, I'm telling you.
Like, there's no games I'm really like, yo.
There's no excitement no more because okay, if Bam and Goran didn't get injured and the Heat didn't get slapped like they did in Game 1, they fought. They put up a fight Game 2. But if they didn't get slapped like they did Game 1, I would have been like, you don't still thinking there's excitement, but dog, they got smacked.
But it was right after Mavs got, and they had the lead too.
And the injuries.
Of course, that's the same. Right after Mavs got the injury and shit. But I don't know, bro. All I can say about that is that the NBA is definitely taking a hit this year. Even my pops, the man's like, yo, I'm done watching the NBA. It's rigged. It's this and that. Even this guy's seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the old generation. They don't even look for that shit. And he's like, oh man, they just give this to LeBron. They give that. Every call, Ray, Anthony Davis. I'm like, it's true though. Like it's so blatant now. This time it's just like, yo, I don't know, man. NBA, you're losing. The bubble was so good until like the last round of playoffs. How does that work?
God, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing was good. Finals came around. You know what? Clippers, this is your fault. Raptors, this is your fault. Celtics, this is your fault. Because the Heat weren't good enough to face with the Lakers. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they should have beat. Somebody should have beat somebody.
You know, see, they said the ratings for Game 1 was down half, 50% what it was last year, and then for Game 2 was down over 50%. They said like last year, Game 2 had like 4 million viewers this year, and last year was like 10 million or some shit like that. It was crazy, bro. Some stupid shit. So, you know what I'm saying with that? Like the finals, LeBron, congratulations. We know you got it.
For real.
Anthony Davis, congratulations. Even though you're hooping, you should be Finals MVP, but it's gonna be LeBron. There's nothing Anthony Davis can do that's gonna make him Finals MVP.
You think
he has
so?
to average like 45 and 16.
Yeah, they're just gonna give it to LeBron because they didn't give him MVPs. Like, yo, here, LeBron, we have to keep you happy somehow.
Yeah, and you know the media has a bunch of brown sexuals in there too that vote for the thing, and you know the narrative. And let's be real, Bron fans that are trying to make the case that he's the greatest of all time. If he's not the Finals MVP, you're losing a little more of that case. Even though you won and everything, now people are going to use that against. It's going to be like, Michael Finals MVP 6 times.
I hear you, but
6 times.
I'll tell you one thing.
Nobody was better. That means Anthony Davis was better than LeBron.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I try to bring an argument to Kobe fans back in the day when I used to hate. Fucking, they like, dog, he still has a championship, though.
I know he does.
So at the end of the day, it's like, the argument doesn't really matter.
No, they robbed Kobe, though.
Because Shaq was getting it all every year.
No, they could have gave it to Kobe at least once or twice. They robbed.
But they gave it to Shaq.
I know, because you're haters.
I'm just saying, though. It doesn't matter at the end of the day when you have the ring, bro.
Where it doesn't. But you know people are going to use it. That's the point.
They can try, but it doesn't matter. The accolades are there. For the haters, there's fuel, but for the non-haters, there's fuel as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so...
Well, on the NBA topic, though.
There.
That Doc Rivers guy... This guy got fired and hired in a record fucking time. Like, the man didn't even get a chance to throw out the Clippers' clothes yet. The man has split off your clothes in his wardrobe. The man might fuck up and wear Clippers. Plus they're blue, they're all like kind of blue and red. The man might wear the wrong shirt to practice and shit, dog.
Yo, you know what's crazy about that hiring though? I don't really think that's gonna help Philly, bro. Like,
you don't think so?
I mean, like, here's the thing, like, Philly's problem is chemistry and shit, right?
Rip Brown's terrible.
Every Doc Rivers team has a problem with what? Chemistry.
No.
It
Oh
wasn't-
yeah.
The entire Lob City Clippers, Chris Paul versus Blake and DeAndre and them, they never got along. JJ Redick even admitted it. And then the Sixers last year, Jimmy Butler admitted it. And then you could just tell, like,
This
So
year wasn't
what I
that
heard-
bad,
what
I
I
guess,
heard-
for the Clippers.
until the
Boston
until-
was okay
hold on.
for Boston was okay for a while
It was-
until
it
Rondo
was- it
and
wasn't
Dana
bad
last
until-
year.
It wasn't bad until we heard.
Boston
Hold
Boston was okay until the last year when Rondo and Ray Allen kicked off.
I know, but Rondo and Doc Rivers are also kicking off too.
Rondo's
but
kicked off with
this-
everybody though.
But this is what I mean with the Clippers. You thought the Clippers was okay this year, but they weren't, clearly.
But
When man them are looking at Paul George, they're saying that mirror reports of Paul George like saying after the game, yo, let's come back together next year and niggas are looking at him like, nigga, shut up, bro. Like, and then they fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Nah,
I don't
but
know,
you know
man.
what it is,
Lou
too?
Williams, like they want to lead the bubble, like all that shit. It's just always dysfunction with Doc Rivers teams, fam.
but his teams always win though.
Do they?
They might not win
winning regular
finals, but
season.
they're winning. They're getting to where they need to go. Like
Not where they need to go, but they're getting.
he's
to
getting
a good level.
he's getting his teams places where he's gonna keep his job, and the organization can't get mad. Regardless of the chemistry issues, they're doing that. So maybe they're thinking like, yo, we're not as bad as those places over here, and we have young guys that are gonna look up to you like an OG. Finally, you're coaching young guys again because he hasn't coached young guys in a while.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So now they're gonna give him a little rejuvenation to his
core
career.
of young guys.
A core of
You
young
had
guys.
Blake and DeAndre.
Yeah, but it still was
And
mixed.
Chris
It was still
Paul,
mixed with, you know. Right now, he's going into a young team of guys that are still learning shit about the NBA. Don't feel like, yo, I can tell this coach what to say.
Yeah.
They're gonna all be listening to Doc. You know what I'm saying? So, it could work out, but like Brent Brown was a terrible coach. But at the end of the day, I think that Philly's real problem was that they're missing people. Like, they're missing pieces. Like, fuck whoever your coach is. Like, you need people there. Ben Simmons is
Without
fucking
the
ass.
trades.
Ben Simmons is
okay,
ass.
so you say they should trade Ben Simmons and not Joel?
Yeah, of course. Why the hell would you trade him B?
Hold on. We'll break right. I'm just.
I'm joking.
He's a hater.
I'm joking. Alright, yeah. So even with NBA, is there anything else happening NBA wise? Really, not really right now. Other than Draymond, he's been in the gym practicing, saying that he's coming revenge tour or whatever that means. KD and Kyrie. Oh, that's the news kind of with Kyrie's. They're saying that Kyrie was taking shots at LeBron because Kyrie said that he finally feels like he has a player that he's playing with that could that could close the game too.
Tell Kyrie shut the fuck up. This guy really won one chip and out. This guy played good on one playoff series and then man, I don't want to hear nothing from this guy, bro. This guy can't make. This guy does not. Bro, I'm a Kyrie. I don't like Kyrie personally. I think he's talented, but I don't like him. And at the end of the day, I'll expose Kyrie. He's not a winner, bro.
Well,
He's not a winner.
Without LeBron, it is so far.
He's never won by himself ever. And now he's not gonna have to do it again because you have another best player in the league on your
Boston
team.
keeps going further without you than they did with you.
Bro, he got injured, and Terry Rozier was able to finesse the NBA and get a contract. Like he was a real ball. I'm not gonna hate Terry Rozier. He's solid. But like, dog, Jordan gave the man a bag to come over there and start like he's a starter.
Yeah, like 50
By Kemba, we'll take this guy. That's how much you got to work, bro. Come on, man. I
Hey
don't know,
man, that's
bro.
your boy, but that wasn't the only news he made too. That you hear when he was dissing him? Well, he wasn't dissing. I don't know. But he did say that like Nash, like he's like, oh, me and KD, we don't really need a coach, but like, you know, Nash is gonna come in like he's not gonna be like, oh, coaching philosophy. Like he's gonna talk to us like good at having like a player there. Like, you know, he's gonna talk to us in a different. But the way he said it, the way KD said it wasn't the same. KD was saying it like, yo, like Nash gonna, you know what I'm saying? And Kyrie was kind of like, oh, I could be the coach. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Kyrie's still ACU, bro. He's gonna get injured by what? 20, 30 games in, and then he's done.
that's the one thing about him. He always stays injured. Kyrie, you gotta stop getting injured, man. And then he starts talking in philosophy. He's like, hey, he did Kobe. And they were dissing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here comes this guy fucking preaching shit. Which I understand, some of this shit is right. You were right about the bubble and the distraction shit, you were right, my nigga. But sometimes you're wilding, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll
have a win
on
for us,
Kyrie.
bro.
We'll step into a quick NFL news real quick, just because it was a wild week in the NFL this week. But fucking first it was, alright, first it was the Titans and the motherfucking, and the Vikings. Well, nobody from the Vikings, but the Titans players got COVID, a bunch of them. bunch, maybe like 10, 12 players or some shit like that. So they had to postpone their game with Pittsburgh. And God, that was just wild, yo. That just started it because it started like, one player, and then the next player, and then like staff, and then like, and I'm like, holy smokes, you know what I'm saying? And it went from that to flipping so they were postponing their game versus Steelers to then yesterday, I want to believe it was Saturday or something. All of a sudden I look up, boom, Cam Newton tested positive for COVID. I said, are you kidding?
Yeah, when I see the Cam Newton, I'm like, wow.
Holy. So the Chiefs and Patriots are still gonna play though. By the time you hear this, they already have played. You know what I'm saying? By the time you see this and shit, but like, I don't know, man. That's why I said the NFL was fucking up in the sense of like they could have did a little bubble. And people like this. So NFL, there's 4 divisions. I mean, there's 8 divisions in total, right? But there's 4 divisions. You play your division team twice. So if I'm the Ravens, I face the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Browns twice. That's 6 games. Then you also face another division 4 times. So if you're in the division where the Cowboys are, I'm facing the Cowboys, the Eagles, Washington, and New York Giants. That's another 4 games. They could have did 10-game season though, in a little bubble. Like put those teams in a bubble who they're gonna face their division, so they just face each other.
Yeah.
Put them in a bubble, and then flipping whatever. And then you could be like, okay, after a certain amount of teams are eliminated, we'll go into a next bubble for playoff positioning. And then after that, we'll go into a bubble for the playoffs. And just end like that if they wanted to be serious. But you know the NFL, fam. They're greedy. So they just did their thing on some stupid
Everybody wants
shit.
their own money, that's why.
I don't know how they're gonna how they're gonna complete this or anything like that. This is gonna be interesting to see. But
I thought the same things that happened in baseball and they kept playing and nothing happened. So it didn't matter.
Yeah, so maybe Look, yeah.
I don't know how they just said fuck these games that they're gonna play for the next couple of weeks and then they just have to take the L's and shit. But that's the only thing with football, you can't make up games.
I know, because it's too physical.
You can't, because you can't force match to have to play twice in a week.
That's the crazy thing.
So then as soon as man get injured the second game, beer lawsuits want to come out.
Yep.
But when I signed this contract, you said 1 game a week for 40 this amount of weeks, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I hear you still.
Oh, now we're back in attacking back. Alright, we back in the flesh, back on back on.
Your friend.
That's what everybody keep doing? I don't even know what kind of
like
dance
that.
it is. Yeah.
This son, baby.
Well, speaking of them niggas and shit, well, not necessarily them, but music dropped this week. Some new 21 Savage.
21.
There's a Bryson Tiller too, but I ain't listening to that shit, so I don't know. But,
I don't know when he dropped his shit, but
21?
no.
Or Bryson?
Brett Friars, you know.
Brett Friars.
I call him Friars.
Friars.
Friars?
Yeah.
Friars?
Not Fry.
I call him Friars though. Brett Friars. That's his name to me. Brett Friars. Your music's hard though, still.
Fuck with it. Your friend boy.
I fuck with it though. I don't know. I think he dropped something new.
Maybe, nigga. I don't know.
Bryson, yeah, you got
Nah,
not Bryson. I'm saying Brett Friars.
Oh.
This nigga, you know this nigga be don't listening.
But yo, I can't lie though. On first listen to the 21 Savage mixtape, was not feeling it. Or album, I was not feeling it.
Nah.
Second listen to the album, I started feeling it.
Nah.
So I'm on second listen still. So I haven't got to third yet. But as of right now, for listening to it twice, I hear you, 21. I hear you. I fuck with 21, so.
I'm still on first listen. I ain't even going front.
Yeah? I know you. You don't. This guy here is the worst guy to make judge music for you. First off,
never listens.
The man will never listen to the last 3 to 4 tracks on any album ever. I don't know why.
I mean,
like
never.
why?
Nah, I just don't do it for the first like month.
The first 8 months until you bump a track, he's like, yo, that track's fire. Where's that song? I'm like, yo, from the album. He's like, no, it's not. Dog, it's track 17. Oh, no wonder. Yo, I always stop at track 12. No, you listen to the album for 2 months and stop at track 12 every time. It's like your fault.
No,
Your fault. This is a word of advice for y'all. If you want Keels to listen to music and he does that to you, it's not personal. This guy's been doing it to me for years, bro.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that.
This guy's fault.
Anyways, you know, like I said, it was the 21. But yeah, from everybody else, I heard it was pretty fire. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the big thing that people were talking about was that he got Morgan Freeman on the album.
So yeah, talking about the difference between a snitch and a rat and all that shit.
Yeah, so.
Low-key taking shots at Tekashi.
Oh, of course. Taraski's Snitch 9.
But you know what though? I feel like rappers should stop that.
Yeah, stop giving him publicity.
Yeah, like You guys even mentioning this nigga's name still is just making him like seem like he's a somebody. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen,
Yeah, but
actually, yo, you know what though? If you haven't actually taken it in, you know his label dissed him, right?
Of course, I've been saying he was, yo fam. Once his album flopped, there's no justification.
No, they flopped his shit because what they did is that supposedly, cause I was watching when he posted up some video about it. So supposedly, because you see how his team drops crazy money on him and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So supposedly, they drop all this money for him to drop his shit, right?
Mm.
But the man didn't, like, I guess when it dropped, it wasn't on like none of the main platforms as a hot thing or like a new whatever.
Yeah,
whereas like any artist of his magnitude, they get that treatment where it's like, you know. And they pay for that. So it's like, you'll get that, like, oh, when you go on Spotify, they're on the front page. You go on iTunes, it's there for new music, like, all that shit, you know? But I guess supposedly, he thought that it was Spotify and Apple and them who dissed him, but it wasn't. So,
what was his label?
They know, it hasn't been said that was his label, but it was just kind of more said that they didn't do it, like they did what they were told to do type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So now,
well, fuck that nigga same ways, yo.
6ix9ine. But no, I was saying all that to say that, yo, I seen this happening. Because before I was arguing with some man saying that he's not gonna get, like, when you get out of jail, they're gonna kill him. They're like, nah, he's in a bus, he's in a blow. I'm like, yo, they're gonna use him, they're gonna wring him dry like a fucking rag, and they're gonna put him back. And then that's when they're gonna kill him.
What he just said,
because what he did is still real. Regardless if he bubbles of music or not, what he did is real. You know what I'm saying? And even towards the end, this guy was saying that like all these artists kept coming out. I think it was like at least 3, like Blueface said it. There's like 4 different artists that came on and said, yo, the man offered them, he hit them up and offered them money.
Yeah, Dirk said it.
And Dirk said it too.
To beef with
to fake beef him. Yeah. So like, you know the man's, you know what I'm saying? Like they're pretty much like, yo, this is your last chance to make yourself bubble. And every man said, he had nobody in the industry that said, I'd want that much money to fuck with you.
You know why?
That's crazy.
Just fuck that nigga. And, of course his label said that because look how much money they're paying a day to protect him, and he didn't make back the investment.
Right, that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing that they gave him 10 million, and he didn't make back the 10 million. So
he lost the money.
His biggest thing was the live. When he first went on Instagram Live that first time, that was like his biggest thing that he has since he came out of jail.
Yeah.
Since then, everything else has been like, just whatever, like, you know?
And his first video too, because everybody wants to see what the video.
But that's what he did live.
But he also
it was coupled with his first live, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, close to each other, but he also kind of finessed the system because his first video also featured Nicki Minaj, so that was her fans looking at for her. Like they want. No, they're not looking at it for that reason. They're looking to make Nicki get another #1.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about him. They want Nicki to be a #1.
I think they were still shocked too, though.
I was shocked because
I think the world was shocked that people were willing to work with him. Yeah. Like you can see what happened to that freaking. You see what happened to that next artist, the reggaeton artist that got fucking like blackballed and shit. This guy, like he's famous I don't know, reggaetoner, like he's a Spanish artist, whatever. And the man got caught up big time because fucking 6ix9ine ended up saying that he would do music with him.
Oh, and
yeah. And showed a video of them in the studio together, and enough fans were like, yo, this guy going like he's a man in he's Puerto Rican, I think, or some shit like that.
Some shit, Mexican or something.
No, I think it's I don't know.
Or Puerto Rican.
Either Puerto Rican or Dominican. Yeah, I think it's Puerto Rican.
Don't discriminate. This guy said or whatever. Look at this
My bad, sorry.
No. I think he's Puerto Rican still, but yeah. With all that being said, fuck 6ix9ine. I don't even know how we got to that topic, but
yeah, you brought it up. But beyond that, yo, you had a topic that you wanted to discuss, kind of about the double standards of something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I wish we did have a lady right here today to dispute this. But I be noticing this too because I noticed it when it happened, and then anytime a dude does it.
So hold on, before you get into it, let me see. You gonna start a new one or are you good? Can we just keep rolling?
Good.
All right, so just like I say. Ladies and gentlemen, before I even get into this, I am not trying to say this to shit on anybody. This is an open conversation, so don't attack me as in I'm talking about you or putting down women. I'm not doing none of that, or men, none of that, alright? My question is this. Both Jada and Offset cheated on their spouses, right? Or caught. Jada technically, you were saying it wasn't cheating because they were supposedly on a break or whatever the case is, but it is what it is.
You see Will's face; he was looking stressed.
For the fact that Jada had to call it an entanglement, you know it wasn't right? So at the end of the day, my thing is this: how come there's such a different double standard when it comes to cheating in relationships? And I say that to say that majority of the time, if you see a man that cheats, the stereotype is that, oh, he's a dog. He's just horny. He can't control himself. He just fucks with everything that has like that type of talk. But when a woman cheats, it's the man's probably wasn't enough, and he probably wasn't giving her what she wanted, and whatever. So I just want to know like your guys' opinion, and everybody else if you're there, please give me your opinion as well. It's a question I'm posing as to why do you think that's the case? Like why the majority of people feel that's why these genders cheat or choose to cheat.
I don't know about why they choose to cheat and stuff, but I be knowing that I be seeing these threads, and when girls can be anonymous, they really expose the trifling ways of what they do. And my own thing is just I think the double standard is because I don't know, it's girls. They have to admit that they're wrong, and when it comes to that, they don't want to admit that in that sense because they're, from my perspective, they've been putting up with this like to say, oh, men have been doing it to us for years, and oh, it's because I was hurt and he wasn't da da da. Even though it's no excuse, like at the end of the day, if the same excuse was being used for a man in a relationship, girls will go around and say, oh, you're weak. You didn't really love me. You're weak in the relationship. You let that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like you kind of gave into that temptation type of shit.
So that's why it's weird. That's why it's different. Like I said, I need a girl here to kind of defend that because I don't understand it. I've never understood it, the double standards, because I said it to a girl earlier this week and said, yo, I just find it funny when a dude cheats. We're a fuckboy, but when a girl cheats, there's always a heap of excuses. Fuck the excuses. At the end of the day, she's a fuck girl too if that's the case. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Just keep it a beam. So,
Facts.
I don't know. That was a good thing on that, but
I agree.
I can't break it down for why women think it's okay for women to do it. It means that, oh, she didn't get what she wanted out of the relationship, but doesn't that mean the same thing for the man? What if a man was cheating because he didn't get what he wanted out of the relationship? Are you guys gonna back that up and defend that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really want to know. Like, do you guys feel that's cool? Is that a good reason? Or is it not because it's a dude? And no, we're only doing it because of our dicks and not because of the relationship.
Well, I think that it's one of those things where, because usually it's like the situation is handled differently based on who's a cheater. I feel like it kind of leaves it open for people to kind of feel like, it can be for different reasons. Because, for example, like, as weird as it is, like, I feel like men are less likely to take back a girl after she cheats on them.
It's true.
And the reason why I believe that is because, like, men are much more...
Men are physical cheaters and women are emotional cheaters.
Exactly.
And emotional, it goes to the heart. So the heart is a lot deeper than a guy that just wants a release for 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Most people, I'm not a person that's really into this shit or does it or anything, but most people that even masturbate, bro, the moment they're fucking done masturbating, they fucking take that porn off the fucking camera one time because
quick, fast.
they don't want to even have to deal with that. So like it's kind of like that. Like when a guy is cheating, it's literally just a release and then I go back to my regular life. But with a woman, there's been an emotional attachment.
Usually, yeah.
So from time that happens, that's a lot deeper.
For sure. And I feel like men are more like, and it says we're more visual,
Yeah.
And like for example, like if a man heard that his girl cheated, the first thing he's gonna do is start picturing like, what did she do with this guy? Did she do this? Did she do that? Is he gonna get this?
I think that's another thing,
yo.
Women, you guys, and I'm not even going off the thread of stuff that I've seen girls doing, because they said that they be doing. It's more so, just think about it. Look at the stuff that you let us do to you guys. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so then if you cheat and then you're letting a dude do the same shit or even worse shit, whatever his kink is, in the moment you're more likely to allow it. So it's like, oh, you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
that's just even thinking about it, bro. That's just crazy.
I know that, and I'm not gonna knock the ladies. I'm assuming that you guys picture the same thing. That yo, if you hear your dude was fucking somebody, and then the next time he's on top of you, you could be picturing him stroking a next girl. You know what I'm saying? I can see that too. So I'm not saying it in that sense.
Yeah, I'm not saying to dismiss it from one people to not the next, but I just feel like I don't know. It's a different thing. I want to know. I want to know what y'all think about it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is the real reason why that double standard is there? Do you think it's accurate? Do you think there's truth behind it? Like, yeah, like let us know.
All time. I'm recording. I don't stop recording right here.
Alright, keep me thinking.
Well, y'all, listen up, bro. We're gonna give y'all a gem right here. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we want y'all to keep tuning into us, but we also want y'all to live, be smart, be healthy, and push the generation forward. You know.
Nice.
So, with that being said, you guys all need to go on Netflix and watch Social Dilemma. Real talk. I'm gonna be real with you. Watch it during the day.
Yeah.
Cause it's deep. If you watch it at night where you're trying to kick up and like, oh, let me watch it, you're gonna fall asleep because it's something you have to take that shit in.
Mm-hmm.
But watch that shit during the day, and this I don't want to say too much, but you'll see.
It's true.
You'll see what comes from that. You know what I'm saying, and what type of changes that you probably want to naturally make to yourself and for your future.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying, because I made changes alone off of watching that shit. I told like at least 6 people to watch that shit. Shout out to my homie over here. You know what I'm saying? BG behind the camera. Put me on the movie. Thank OG for that. Help me out too. So I'm trying to pass it on to y'all.
It's definitely a real ass movie, real ass show, documentary thing. So yeah, taking it because like I said, it was fucking me up for a little bit this past week. Among other things. So you know, and everybody focus on your mentals, your body. The energies is changing. We're going into the cold season, and obviously this year has been a crazy year. The election thing's gonna pop up soon, and that's gonna cause a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I've seen on Instagram and Twitter, I've seen on 1-2 people talking about, oh, make Canada great or make America. So don't think that those people aren't out here too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the energies is shifting. Just focus on your mentals, get your mind right, get your money right. As you can, because we're probably going to go into a second wave. Well, we're in the second wave, which is crazy.
Yep.
That the second wave already has more people with it than the first wave, but yet we're still
open.
We're still open.
Kids
shut
are
down
in
strip clubs
schools
and shit, but kids could go to school. Like, why are we doing this to the kids? To the future, because the youth are the future. So I don't know. Just I say this because I had a little one of them weeks. You know what I'm saying? So.
And know what you guys need to know as well too, all you guys, especially us black people, because we're not taught this from young, but just know you have, like, if you have a solid core of people around you, don't feel prideful or embarrassed to use them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going through some stuff, if you feel like you got stuff on your mind or whatever the case, I'm not saying go tell the world your business, but like, don't feel prideful to go and look for help sometime or look for a little support, because sometimes I feel like growing up, especially me as a black kid, like I didn't always have that opportunity, or it was kind of like frowned upon, or like, yo, Maya, you just gotta be tough, like toughen up, that's life, but like, nah, not always. Yeah, it is life, but not always do you have to just internalize shit, so just for whoever needs to hear this, just hear that, like, sometimes if you have a core, some people around you, or shit, reach out to us, like we're real niggas, like we'll hold it down for you, I don't have a comment with you, I'm not saying I'm gonna change your life for you, but I'll wrap up with you and tell you what knowledge I have to help you through your situation. But just don't internalize shit and think that you can't let it out, because we all going through the shit this year. It's crazy. The energy's crazy.
You already know though. Respect. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Make sure when you reposting and stuff, you post it so your people them can see the show that you watching.
For
you
sure.
taking in.
Sure.
Appreciate everybody that tunes in on every week and everything like that. First time listeners, last time listeners, every time listeners. You know the vibes. Stay up. Until next time.
We out.